Hey, happy Monday. It's heading back to work. I hope you're heading back to work. Strange times during this quarantine time. But as you head back to work, I just want to give you some thoughts from the Psalm 49 that we're going to look at in a moment. But Bob Russell, who's a great pastor of a church, great church in Louisville, Kentucky, tells about a story of breaking out the Monopoly board with his family. And sure enough, the first time that he's around the board, he lands on Illinois Avenue. He lands on Park Place. He bought both of the property. The next time around, it was Indiana Avenue and Boardwalk. Well, the bottom line is the game progressed, and yes, it got late. About 1 a.m., after he had totally dominated everything with properties filled with hotels, everybody else had gone bankrupt, and he won the game. And so he got up with the table. However, all of those opponents, his family members that he had totally destroyed, came with no congratulations whatsoever. And he responded and says, "Wait a minute, somebody has to put away the game." And they merely replied, "That's the reward you get for winning. Good night." So sure enough, all the hotels, all the deeds, all the money that he had piled up, he realized just left him all by himself putting away the game board. And even when he went on upstairs to bed, there was a simply cold peck on the cheek from his wife. "No, I'm proud of you. You are an impressive player." None of that whatsoever. By the way, this is many ways how Jesus speaks when he deals with the issue of, for those of you who are motivated to dominate, to win, to accumulate the most of the things, to have the place of position that's highest in life. Jesus warns about that. Luke chapter 12, he tells the story of a man who had dominated the competition. He had worked hard. He has a bumper crop in his fields, and so he's going to tear down his barns, build bigger barns. And yet that night when he laid his head on the pillow, God visits him, and his life is required of him. Everything that he's accumulated, all that he's worked so hard for, it's all over. He won't even be able to reap the rest of the benefits for his life is finished. Scriptures warn against that. So be careful as you're heading into work about what really motivates you. Psalm 49, this is the Message paraphrase, verses 16 through 20. "So don't be impressed with those who get rich. They pile up fame and fortune. They can't take it with them. Fame and fortune all get left behind. But when they think they've arrived and folks praise them because they've made good, they enter the family burial plot where they'll never see sunshine again. We aren't immortal. We don't last long. Like our dogs, we age and weaken and die." Some pretty powerful stuff. As a result, why don't you go ahead and give consideration of your life and count the days that God gives you and use them in a way that God would have you use them for. And it may be accumulating wealth, but what will you do with the wealth? Will you use it for your pride? Will you use it for your individual pleasure? Or will you use it to bless others? God has a great plan for your life. It's Monday. Go after it. God bless.